Hey guys, Coach Becky here. I have your Wod Brief for Thursday, April 2nd. I'm just going to flip my phone around so you guys can see my board and we'll start talking. All right, so what we have coming up today is some skill work followed by Metcon. Our skill work today is an EMOM, every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. We'll be alternating movements. Minute 1, 45 seconds of goat work. We'll talk about those goats in a second. Minute 2 is going to be 45 seconds of jump rope practice. So you're going to go through each movement 5 times. What I want you to do with these jump ropes, if you have one, is kind of switch it up every round that we do. So maybe starting off with some singles, then go to some high singles, then maybe some single, double, then double unders. If you're already a master at double unders, then maybe work on stringing them together, or even try some triple unders. And if you get those, I hope you put them on video so we can all see them. If you do not have a jump rope, then you could do some ball taps, some plate hops, some lateral hops. And I will show you guys those in a video. All right, so let's talk about those goats. What the heck is a goat? A goat is a movement that maybe we're not particularly fond of. Maybe it's something we know we need to work on. We just don't like to do it. Just something that we're trying to get, a new skill. And today's goat, we want it to be something gymnastic focused. If you guys have a personal coach, I recommend you talk to them and kind of come up with a good game plan for your goat work. Some ideas might be some handstand work, some handstand push-up work, maybe handstand walking. Maybe perfect push-ups, meaning we're not letting those hips sag when we do that push-up like we all do when we get so tired. Maybe it's squats of some kind, working on a squat hold. So at the bottom of that squat, making sure we're not losing tension in our muscles. There's multiple things you can work on. Check with your coach. If you don't have a personal coach, just reach out to me and I can help you if you want some ideas. All right, so that is our skill work. All right, folks, let's talk about what our WOD is for today. Today we are doing 4 sets. Each set will be a 4-minute AMRAP with a 1-minute rest in between. In the 4-minute AMRAP, you will be doing 6 alternating dumbbell hang split snatches. That's a mouthful. RX weight would be 50 and 35 for the dumbbell, followed by 6 dumbbell box step-ups onto a 24 or 20-inch box, followed by 24 double unders or 48 single unders. So our goal with this workout is to go unbroken in those movements, meaning we're doing all the snatches without setting the dumbbell down. We're doing all those box step-ups without setting that dumbbell down, and then trying to go unbroken on our jump rope. Other goal I want you guys to think about is trying to get one whole round completed in a minute or less, which means we're going to have to be moving. Okay, so some alternate things we can do for these movements. If we are not comfortable going into that overhead snatch position, we can simply turn these into a clean, an alternating dumbbell hang clean. If we're not comfortable with that split position, then we can remove the split position and just do the jerk position, which I will show you here shortly, either for snatches or for cleans. For the dumbbell box step-ups, if you don't have a box, you could maybe stack some plates and step up onto that, or maybe you have a bench at home and can step up onto the bench. You decide. If you don't have something to step up on, then we could do some dumbbell reverse lunges or maybe even some air squats instead of that box step up. And then for our double unders, if you do not have a jump rope, your alternatives might be some ball taps, some plate hops, some lateral hops over a dumbbell, or maybe even doing a 100-meter sprint in its place. All right, so for the workout, it's those 4 sets. You're working for 4 minutes and then resting for 1 minute. You'll do it 4 times. Your score is going to be total rounds and reps. Therefore, when you finish that 4-minute AMRAP, when you start the next one, you're going to pick up where you left off. So if you finished with 2 dumbbell box step-ups, then you start with number 3 when you go into that next set. All right, so now let's look at these movements. Okay, so let's talk about these different movements, because there's a lot of them in here today. So first of all, we talked about our substitution for any jump ropes today. So you could do ball taps. Okay, you could do maybe some plate pops, where we're jumping up onto the plate and back off. Okay, you could jump sideways or lateral if you wanted to. Okay, your choice, you could even do some jump overs with a dumbbell. Dumbbells here on the floor, we're just jumping from side to side. You choose what you want to do. If you do not have that jump rope, no problem. All right, so for our alternating dumbbell hang split snatch, lots of words, but here's the movement. That dumbbell will start on the floor, and because it's a hang, we have to stand up with the dumbbell first, and that hang position is anywhere from our hip down to above our knee. When we do that hang split snatch, we want to make sure that we're using those hips, big shrug, dumbbell stays nice and close to our body, one movement all the way up to the top when we catch. The split is going to refer to our legs. It does not matter which leg goes first or which leg goes out. That's up to you, your preference. So the split snatch looks like this. From the side, it looks like this. If you're not comfortable going overhead, you can turn this into a split clean instead. And if you are not comfortable in that split position, then just do not split the feet. If you do not have a dumbbell or you don't feel comfortable doing either of those minutes and you have a kettlebell or either of those movements, you can switch it to a kettlebell swing, either to Russian or you could take it all the way up overhead. All right, the next movement is the dumbbell box step up. So we'll have a box. If you don't have a box, you can stack some plates and step up to that. The dumbbell, we want to hold in that front rack position. What we don't want to see today is sticking that dumbbell kind of in the back rack position. I know it opens up the chest a little bit, makes it a little easier to breathe. However, we want to challenge that core today. So we want to keep it more in that front rack position. As we step up onto the box, make sure that chest stays nice and high and that we open up our hips fully at the top. We'll look like this. Very good. If you don't have a box, you could do dumbbell reverse lunges. So again, holding in that front rack position. For the reverse lunge, you could even hold both heads of the dumbbell in the front rack position, step back, back up to center, and again. And if you don't have a dumbbell, you can turn these into air squats, simply getting those hips below the knees, full extension at the top. And then lastly, for those double unders, remember if you don't have doubles, we're going to turn these into 24 singles. If you don't have a jump rope, we're going to go to those ball taps, or maybe the plate hops, or even the lateral jumps over the dumbbell. All right, guys, have fun with this one, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.